Hey, good evening, everyone. This is September 23rd, which makes day 101. 101 days I've been in Malaysia now. Just creeping along on my cheap bicycle. I had to get out this morning because, well, one, I was trying to focus on editing yesterday's video so I'm up and current so I can go out camping tomorrow. I extended my stay one more night so I could do that. And after the live stream, I started editing, but then I was like, I need to go get some food money because when I extended the night, that was my last 50 ringgit. So I withdrew another 1,000 ringgits, which comes out to about $250, but that can last a whole month easily. Food, it depends on if I'm booking or I'm paying cash for my accommodations. Goes a little faster if I'm paying cash for my accommodations, but a lot of times I just pay through the Agoda app or the booking.com app. But yeah, so I cracked my last 50 ringgit and I needed to get some food money. And so while I was out, I decided to start snapping some pictures of the wonderful like street art that I'm coming along across the way. It looks like I just went through a small section of like Chinatown there. But yeah, I'll probably get back to my editing soon here, but I'm just gonna ride my bicycle around and see what type of street art I can find. All right, guys, or anything else that I can take pictures of. All right, guys. I had to pull over and get this on camera. This is the first vertical parking lot I've seen personally. I kind of seen the concept on TV before. I don't remember where it had him, but yeah, it's not, well, they have the regular parking lot right here too, which seems like, but yeah, you pull onto the lift, right, when the lift is on the ground, obviously, and this big gear right here just rotates the whole lift around and just vertically stacks your cars. You have some of them parked over here, but just on the ground level. You can see how each one would just take your car up, and vertically pack them all. Pack them in there like sardines. Anyway, I wanted to film that. You know, I found it super interesting just because I've never seen them before. $1,700 kilograms total weight. I guess that's all the cars on them. That's pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to throw that on film. So to kind of give you an idea of the location I'm in, that would be the top right there would be the balcony next to the dormitory windows. That's all the construction that's going on next to the building. But So this is the view that it overlooks. I think this is a parking lot over on this side. But I'm just going to make a trip. I'm not finding a lot of stuff to film. I kind of went out and got something to eat, so I didn't cruise around too much. I just did the bank today. Withdrew some money, went and got something to eat. Nothing really worth filming except for a few pieces of street art that I was able to get. And but I have to. There's things that I need to actually be getting back to the hostel for. To do catch-up work besides just editing. I have to do some tax forms and stuff for the AdSense account because I guess I made my first $100 for YouTube, but now they need the tax information. And I got to go back and see how to do that. All these things become a lot more difficult when you're trying to do, one, when you're a homeless person like me, but two, it's just hard to do when it's overseas. You know, it just makes it that much more complicated. So I had to go figure out what type of information they need for my tax return or tax information. Technically, I'm tax exempt. Yeah, I am. I've been tax exempt pretty well anytime I go to work. I can just fill out the forms. Now, if I keep a steady job for too long, then I have to start claiming, and I make over a certain amount, then I have to claim taxes. But right now, my country's just happy if I want to try and start working again. Anyway. So yeah, these are some of the stuff I got to do when I'm gonna just hop down here, see what the pier is all about. That's kind of cool. Yeah, this is all just right outside my window. I'll do a little bit of a bike ride and then I'll head back and get some of this stuff done. All right, guys. Now to get to that spot over there, there's I would just have to take that small little bridge that we passed earlier. That's outside the window. But I kind of spoke too early about not finding anything. This is a beautiful little boardwalk right here on my side, right out my window, and something Pasar Kedah Payang. So that's a market. Not a wet market, just a like a farmer's market almost. It's a marketplace. I guess you wouldn't call it a farmer's market when that concept is not, I guess, only... We have them in the United States because they're a rarity. Getting from farmer to consumer doesn't happen in the United States without paying a pretty penny. Everything's owned by the corporates. You know, it's like the farms basically owe all their produce because the companies come in and buy up all the seed and give the seed to them, but now the crops belong to the corporation that bought the seeds, and basically the farmers become just kind of like, the farmers in the United States become more or less like slave labor, honestly. And this is coming because I knew someone that had a chicken farm, but technically he didn't own the chickens. He only owned the land, and he didn't own any of the equipment. So anytime there was like eggs came up, they came in and got them. You know, and it was just like, yeah, he didn't really own anything. He just owned the land, and they leased the land, but that came with the requirement that he took care of the chickens. So it's nice to see the farmers in these southeast countries. They're able to sell directly to the people. So I'm going to make a quick pass through the market here to see what it's all about. Looks like I'm on the off hours again. I have a tendency to always come either when everything's closed or something, or just not open yet. Now, I don't know if this is more of a day market or maybe a night evening market, but it doesn't look like it's fully open. But there's plenty of stuff. Cookies and food. Nice. Okay, let's see what's over here. Hello. It looks like they got shops that they open. Hey. I'm not sure if this is like, they sell a lot of the bulk stuff like you can get for your own businesses, bags and different things like this. Hello. How you doing, brother? But yeah, my curiosity, I wanted to swing through, see what it was all about. And yeah, like I don't quite know what the peak hours are, but that spot looks like it could be pretty busy during peak hours. So this building really intrigues me. It is shut off, but it's an old bazaar war sign. And you can see actually how much work was actually done into it. It has escalators and things like that. You can see it in the back. But yeah, it looks like they eventually just had to put a fence around the whole thing. And the contrast is the new market, which is right over there. Anyway, I just noticed this because I was trying to, give me a moment. So I was actually trying to figure out how to get up this hill right here. And I ran into the closed gates of this. So I found it's only 2 ringgits to go up the steps there and check everything out. But yeah, I just ended up seeing all this. Wow, what a big structure. So much work and detail was done like into the stairs and everything on the handrails. And yeah, I just got to the point probably where they couldn't use it anymore. And unfortunately, that's the situation. If it's not too old, it's not considered historic, then it's cheaper just to rip it down and start all over again. And that's looks like what they did. They just moved the bazaar a little farther over. But you can see on this side, they even blocked off the old pagodas. The old pondocks. Yeah, it's just a cool structure. I'd like to get in there and go exploring. So here's the contrast between the new and right across the street, the old. Look at that. That's one big behemoth. Yeah, that'd be fun for a little urban exploration. Alright, I'm gonna get out of the sun. I'm gonna go into the shops here. It's definitely a big enough spot. 2 levels. I've gotten up to the top. It just, for some reason, seems like half of everything's closed today. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's a reason for it, or maybe there's just not the business for it. But well, I'm gonna go upstairs and check. One thing is I noticed there's not a variety of stuff here. It's like shoes and then teddy bears like this right here. Like the little turtle teddy bears. And the top part looks like mostly clothing. There's a bigger view. Yeah, it looks like there's plenty of room in here for stores and stuff. I've noticed that a lot of the clothing places around here in this city are more like women driven, you know, for the women. Not so much for the men's clothing, which in general makes more sense because women buy more clothing. They just do. Men are not really big shoppers, and it's just known in marketing is it's better to have a woman's clothing store than a man's clothing store. The man still ends up paying for it. Well, I mean, not unless the woman's working, she's single, but you know. And that was proof of point. I went around the whole thing, and there wasn't one thing of men's clothing. It was all women's clothing. And it's crazy. You figured at least a pair of shorts and a t-shirt for a guy. Something. That's all right. I'm not here to do any shopping. I'm just trying to get out of the sun right now. All right, I'm gonna head back to my hostel, guys and gals. All right, guys, it is 5:48 and I'm just finishing up doing the editing of yesterday's videos. I'm in the balcony area of my hostel, and right across the way here is the little boardwalk that I was on, you know, with the like market right across the street from it and stuff. But when I was looking across the way, this is right here, straight across. Let's see if I can get there. So on the other side of those little buildings and stuff is a beach that I was looking across, or maybe it might be a little farther down that way. But I'm going to take the bridge across, the bridge being right there, and go check out that beach. Since I didn't get much filmed today, I feel like I want to get something to just kind of, you know, I mean, I got a few things, but the thing is, it's like, I kind of have to get back to do the editing and stuff. So, and it's kind of warm today. So at least I'll have something on the video. You know, it's like, there wasn't much to film. It's not that it's a bad place or, you know, there's not nice places. It's just I didn't have the full day to hop on my bicycle and go exploring everywhere. So I think I'll hit that beach, do a little exploring over there, film what I can film, and call it a day. So, all right, guys. That's kind of how it is once in a while. We'll see how all the material fits together. It might be worth it, you know. Maybe I did get enough interesting stuff, but I doubt it. Not enough to make an outlier video. Well, I came up the back end, as always. The street in front of my hostel is one way, and it goes, yeah, it took me to the southern end, I think. Yeah, no, the northern end. This would be the northern end. Anyway, there's another actual bridge right here. So there's two of them. My hostel's down this way on the right. So I just wanted to film this because we're going to take that first bridge so we can see this whole little island. And that's what it is. It's just a little island out here. But that's great. So I guess this island actually runs more north or east-west. How you doing, brother? I'm gonna lick him. Lick him. I had to look at the. I had to look at a compass to see how this actually lays out. So you see a little river runs through it. And I do believe this is just like a little market. When it's open, I don't really know. Ah, it's beautiful out here, huh? So I'll just kind of ride my way around to get a little picture of the boat here. Yeah, this is the perfect time of the day. It's finally cooled down a bit. Still probably got about an hour before sunset. Although the sun is actually showing a little higher than an hour. It has cooled down a lot. Hello. Yeah, and there's some type of market. I'm not sure if this is a night market that opens up later. That would be kind of awesome. I'll keep an eye open for it. So in Malaysia, it seems like I've noticed there seems to be two different markets. One that actually opens during the daytime and is run more like before noon, like the breakfast crowd, you might say, and stuff like this. You get some of the breakfast street vending foods and stuff. And then an evening market after everything closes down. Everything gets dark. But, hey. It's nice out here. I'm gonna go check out that small beach. He's fishing. That's cool. This is kind of a big island. And there's a middle bridge too. Right there. That little walking bridge though, it has stairs. Okay, I gotta get some pictures of these boats. Oh man, you know what? I could easily come out here and probably put up my my hammock. I don't see any no camping signs. Now that would be urban camping for sure. I mean, it's one big night. This is a huge parking lot. I wonder why it's so big. You think this would be prime real estate for like a restaurant or something? Looks like we got one fisherman down here. Oh, fishing dock. Yeah, I'm curious, guys. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, helicopter landing bed. Okay. That makes sense. Wow, look at this little beach. Yeah, they got prime real estate in that little makeshift cabin there. Right there. Look at that old boat in the background. The before and after. The newer boat and the old sunken soldier back there. This is a nice little beach, man. I mean, just for being so small. It's not really that dirty either. There's a little bit, but not bad. Ah, this is pretty. I bet you I could get her up and going again. Ooh. Yeah, that's total worth it. That's the beach I saw from the other side. There's a beautiful little area right here for fishing. We're just coming out. That's a picture. Yeah, this was worth the trip. This being right outside my door is very nice. You know, hey, look, an otter. There's an otter. I'm not sure if you guys can see that little otter right there. He's so cool. Yeah, I know they got teeth, but man, I've always wanted. Yeah, it's so cool. You're good, buddy. I'm not gonna mess with him. There you go. He's just rolling around. Hey, buddy. Yeah, he's not threatened by me. He's having a good old time. I'm gonna right there. There he is. Let's see if I can point at him. There he is. Now you can see what the otter prints are like. You got the little fingers on each one with the tail dragging down below. I've never actually got to really see otter prints. Like I said, I grew up in the mountains. I didn't grow up on the shoreline. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can see all the little fingers. I mean, I probably saw otter prints in a book somewhere when you're looking at the different prints of animals and stuff like that. I think National Geographic had something like that at one time. I got so fascinated with that otter, I forgot to actually probably film this beach. So, yeah. That is my highlight of my day, though. Yeah, so I saw the beach from right over there and looking across. And the tires are for tying off the boats. So, you know, there's a little bit of a wash ashore type garbage here, but, you know, that's just something that you get, that happens. Now it looks like there's probably more that gets washed ashore over here than on that other side right there, but nonetheless, it's so it's a beautiful trip. I'm glad I did. I got to see my friend the otter now. We're gonna be roommates and get an apartment together, but he's gonna have to work 2 jobs because I ain't working. So maybe I can get an interview with him. Excuse me, sir. Can I talk to you for a minute? Can I talk to you for a minute, sir? Yeah, I guess he doesn't want to be on camera. So, anyway, guys. I have to go in the water. There he goes. I had to get a new roommate. I had to film one little art alley I just found, so I can't let an art alley get away from me, guys. This one's also just right outside my door here. Yeah, this one's pretty awesome. You can get both sides here because it's so compact. Thank you. And a little coffee shop. That's nice, man. So now little things are starting to sprout up that I didn't see before. And I am right on the other side of this. So that's pretty nice. Sorry, I know I was ending it back there, but yeah, when something pops up like that, I got to put it on film because I might not get it tomorrow. So let's see if I think it might continue on the other side. So I better mark this street down. Yeah, it continues a little. Oh, and it's even up there too, look. Someone got up on the ledge. Hey. Ah, this is a cool little alley. Look at this old house. Oh, that's so awesome. That is one cool old house. And a well. Hey guys, I haven't seen a well in a while. Wow, that's a real well. Wow. I don't even got my mic on because I didn't expect to actually find this. So, hope the sound comes out perfect. Yeah, this is just an awesome little surprise, man. I love it when things are just tucked away in corners. Look at even this back area. Man, the overgrowth. Wow. With the offset of the beautiful big building back there in the back. That's crazy. Ah, just sprouted up. I had to get it. This one's yeah, this one takes the cake. This old building with an old well. But well, obviously that one's not old, but yeah, I like this. Looks like they were trying to make these look like bamboo shoots, which is a pretty awesome idea in itself. When you... Hi guys. Salam alaikum. And good night.